Growing up, I'd say I was a pretty hardcore Minecraft fan. I was the target age demographic when the game originally came out, like 15, 16 years ago. Yikes. And all those years later, I still play this game quite frequently with some of my friends. We go through spells where we have an itch to play Minecraft, and then we drop it for a while, and then we come back to it. So all in all, I would say I am still a pretty big Minecraft fan. So when the first teaser trailer dropped for a Minecraft movie, not the Minecraft movie, a Minecraft movie, I was with the internet on this one. I thought it looked quite terrible. It looked super uninteresting. It was probably going to be a skip for me. And then I did a little bit of research on it out of pure curiosity, and I found out the director was Jared Hess. If you don't know who Jared Hess is, he directed movies, the Napoleon Dynamite film alongside Nacho Libre, and both of those movies I quite enjoy. Nacho Libre specifically, I have a lot of nostalgia for. I love that movie. So after I found that out, I went into this movie with a lot of cautious optimism. Was this movie up to the standards of Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre? Well, this is my review for a Minecraft movie. Some slight spoilers maybe near the end for this video, but I'm going to try to keep this spoiler-free since it's still pretty new. I was actually able to catch an advanced screening of this movie alongside my friends that I actually still have a Minecraft world with. We made it a special night. We dressed up in suits, and needless to say, we were a little excited. I'm going to get into the pros, I'm going to get into the cons, and yeah, I gotta be a little honest, there's not a whole lot to say when it comes to the pros of this movie, but we'll go ahead and get started with those. I will say, it does have a lot of that Jared Hess humor that you're used to in movies like Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. There were a lot of moments in this movie. I'd say about 65 to 70% of the jokes in this movie land, which, you know, for a family movie where a lot of adults are going to be in the audience, that's pretty darn good. There was a packed theater when I went, and it was a mix of adults, young adults, and kids, and everybody seemed to be having a great time with the jokes. There were certain characters that were a lot funnier than others, and there were a lot of standouts with that. Some of the jokes felt like they were studio heads making these suggestions versus Jared Hess, but all in all, I will say the humor was a big saving grace of this movie. The action sequences were all pretty decent as well, visually and just action-based wise. There were a couple stinkers specifically towards the beginning of the movie, but overall I also thought the action was pretty good. Visually, I think this movie actually looks great. The special effects of this movie are done both obviously with CGI, but there was actually a lot more practical effects than I was expecting, and I can always appreciate that. I actually wanted to go into practical effects for a career, and then I never ended up going into that, but I still have the eye for it, and I really do appreciate seeing that on the screen. It was a ton of fun. Now, with that said, the visuals for the overworld look gorgeous. All the mobs and all the creatures and even the pig people, they all look great. If the humans weren't in this movie, I think this movie would be a lot better. But as soon as those human characters show up into the Minecraft world, it really holds the movie back. I think the green screen is quite terrible in certain scenes. Some scenes it looks better than other, but overall they really do pull this movie to a grinding halt when it comes to the visual effects. I think that they should have just done an animated movie. A lot of people also think that. Sort of like the Super Mario Bros. Movie, it felt like a lot of fans of the source material worked on it. There were tons of cameos, and there was a lot of nods with Easter eggs and visual gags, and a lot of them were done really well. They weren't in your face like the new Star Wars movies or the Jurassic World movies that I can think of, where it's just in your face, hey, remember this, hey, remember this. This movie handled it pretty well most of the time, and I was pretty happy with some of the references. The cameos, I only recognized like 2 or 3 of the people that were in the movie. If they would have put cameos for the Minecraft YouTubers and content creators I grew up with, they would have probably had to cut to a jail. Performances-wise, there are a couple that stand out, and then the rest will probably be in the cons, but I really did like Jason Momoa's character. I thought he was the standout character of the movie. He was the only character that had an arc, I would say. His dynamic with Jack Black was also a really good part of the movie. Their chemistry was really good. I'd like to see them in another movie together. I think that would be a ton of fun. But overall, I thought Jason Momoa was the standout. Another standout was Jennifer Coolidge. She wasn't in the movie a whole lot, but every scene she was in, she got a lot of laughs out of the theater. She is always great, and she's always a scene stealer, and she was like that in this movie as well. But That's all I can say about the pros. This movie is a little rough in a lot of places. I kind of want to talk about someone who's a mixed bag in this movie, and that is unfortunately Jack Black. Jack Black is really miscast in this movie. It really does feel like Jack Black is just walking on set in a Steve cosplay, doing his thing, and then he goes home. This is not my favorite Jack Black performance of all time. I'll just say that. I do think he's much better than the trailers portrayed him to be of just giving exposition. It happens a lot in this movie, but it's either not as much as you would expect, or my brain is rotted so much that I just didn't catch half the things that he was saying. Overall, I just didn't think he worked as Steve in the movie, but he was fine. Like I said, the scenes where he's with Jason Momoa, they're great together. But when those two characters split up, the movie kind of just doesn't get as enjoyable. Other than that, all the other characters kind of felt like they were just there because they could be. None of them had any real character. And that's nothing against the actors and actresses who played the characters. They were doing the best that they could. I thought their performances were good. Just as characters, they were nothing burgers. And yeah, they could have cut out one or two of them. But, the thing is, I saw this movie yesterday and decided to sit on the movie a bit before reviewing it. I still don't know who the main character of the movie is. From the trailers, it looks like it's going to be the young boy, and then it's not. Then you're like, oh, okay, naturally, it's the Minecraft movie. It's got to be Steve. But I don't think it is. And then you're like, well, okay, it's Jason Momoa. I guess? So I still don't know who the main character of this movie is. But yeah, the characters as a whole, it's just, none of them are interesting. And going hand in hand with that, the story of this movie is quite terrible. If you've seen a movie before, you would be able to guess the plot of this movie. Everything that happens is very predictable. You can make the argument that this is a kid's movie and the story doesn't have to be amazing, but I think kids deserve good movies as well and good stories, and this movie does not have a good story. Things just kind of happen, and the plot is everywhere. Nothing is consistent. One moment it's this, one moment it's that. It's all over the place. The movie also has a really weird corporate feel. There's several moments in this movie where it feels like, oh, this movie did it, so we got to do it. Specifically with Jack Black, there's a lot of, well, the Mario movie had him break out into song, so we got to do that in our movie too. It'll become a hit. There was a lot of those moments, and it didn't stick the landing whatsoever when it came to that. But overall, what can I say about this movie? Is it worse than Borderlands? No. Is it as good as Sonic 3? No. Were you expecting The Godfather or Schindler's List? I hope not. All in all, is this a good movie? No. Was it an enjoyable movie that you could turn your brain off and just laugh at the jokes? Absolutely. I kind of liked it because of that. I'm not gonna lie. I'd say it's a 6 out of 10. I don't really want to do a rating system when I do reviews, but if I had to give it one, it'd be a 6 out of 10. It was enough fun to make it enjoyable, and we had a great evening. All in all, I'd say it's a good time. Little end spoiler thing here, because I want to know if I'm going crazy. There is a scene in this movie where a Enderman is looking at the young boy character, and he ends up looking into his eyes, and it starts to flash all these characters looking at him with glowing eyes. All the characters have purple eyes, except for one. When it shows Jack Black, I might have been crazy, but were his eyes glowing white? Was I hoping? Was that copium of a Herobrine joke or cameo in this movie? Was that all that was? Or were his eyes actually glowing slightly white compared to everybody else? Let me know in the comments if you've seen the movie and you saw that too, because if it's a Herobrine reference, I will be very proud, because my friends didn't catch that, and I could have sworn I saw those eyes go white. That's going to do it for this video. Have you seen the movie yet? Let me know in the comments what you thought of it if you have, and if you haven't, let me know if you're going to go see it. I think it's a fun time in the theater if you're a Minecraft fan. If you are a hardcore cinephile, critic style kind of person, this movie's not going to be for you whatsoever. But if you're a Minecraft fan like I am, I think you'll have a fun time with it. Thanks so much for watching. This is not only my first review on the channel, but this is actually my first ever not Nintendo video on the channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button. And lastly, what is your absolute favorite Jack Black quote in this movie? My personal favorite is Flint and Steel. That's going to do it for this video. See you guys.